distant drumming, pounding of the hooves, the silence of everything that moves. Late at night you'll see them, decked out in shiny jewels, the coming of a caravan of fools. Like the wings of a dove, the waiter's white glove seems to shimmer by the light of the pool. Some dull, blinding winter, when you can't help but lose, you're running with the caravan of fools. Love and devotion, deep as any ocean, don't play by anybody's rules. With your carousel of horses and your unforeseen forces, you're running with the caravan of fools. Caravan of fools, caravan of fools, you're running with the caravan of fools. Hey guys, great to see you and welcome back to another lesson. Thanks for joining me for this one. So there you heard me playing a song which was taken from John Prine's final album, and it was a song which he co-wrote, and the song is called Caravan of Fools. And there's a lot that we can take away from this. So anybody who has been following the fingerpicking course, this has direct relevance to what we're trying to do there, and in fact this is going to be coming up in the future parts of the fingerpicking course, this type of thing, because what we're trying to do at some stage along our journey is to develop an alternating bass, and this song gives us a great opportunity to practice that skill. Now the song itself is not very difficult. We just have 3 chords, right? And we have an E minor, we have an A minor, and we have a B7. That's all we've got to think about in terms of the chords, so not too difficult, right? But more importantly, what we're looking to do is to develop an alternating bass. And the way that we're going to do that, when we're playing the E minor chord, we're going to be looking to play the 6 and the 4. Now, like I've pointed out in many times throughout the lessons that I've given you, it's a very good idea to try and sing these songs that I'm teaching you. And if you're not a singer, then you can speak the lyrics, but it really does help us know where we are in a song, and it takes some of the focus away from what we're doing on the guitar and develops our skills and builds our skills a whole lot more than what it would do if we were just focused on the guitar. So we're developing multiple skills, as it were. Okay, so we have this 6-4 for an E minor, like I say. And just being able to do that in time is a skill in itself. We needn't do much more than that to get ourselves through the song as a starting point, and in fact that's what I would suggest you do. So maybe just start out, like I say, with these bass notes. Now when we go to the A minor, we're playing 5 and 4, and then when we go to the B7, that's the same. Okay, so really straightforward. So if we just take those 3 chords, the E minor, the A minor and the B7, and we just play those bass notes that I've just mentioned, we can work our way through the song, and that's a great way to start out. Okay, so we would have let me give you an example of how it would sound. The dark and distant drumming, the pounding of the hooves, the silence of everything that moves. Yeah, so see how simple that is, right? That's what you're looking to do as a starting point. So I'll just do the other half of the verse so you can hear it one more time. Late at night you'll see them, decked out in shiny jewels, the coming of the caravan of fools. So there's skill in being able to do that, just that very, very basic thing. In fact, you're more than halfway there if you can do that. The actual notes that he adds to that basic theme are very few and far between, and that's what we're going to take a look at next. Now, what you'll notice in the song arrangement is that there's an intro whereby he adds additional notes around those bass notes, and that's what I'm going to talk you through. And then when he's singing, he keeps everything to a minimum. And I don't want us to get too kind of bogged down into the detail, of which there isn't actually a great deal of detail within this song. It's very simplistic, as I say, and I would like you to have a certain amount of freedom, because I think that's useful when you're learning things like this, and especially when you're trying to develop your finger picking technique and things like that. So start out like that with the bass notes and just trying to speak your way through or sing your way through the song. Get it like that, and more importantly, try and get it really, really smooth like I was playing it then, and the transitions not to be sticky in any way, but to flow really, really nicely. And then once you've got that down, we're going to move on to this next stage. So let me show you what we're going to be doing next. This is what he plays with the additional notes thrown in around those bass lines, right? Okay, so you may need to practice it. In all likelihood, you probably will need to practice it, but you'll soon get this down. Moving on to the A minor, sounds like this. 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. So again, very, very slowly. Right? So that's what you need to practice for the A minor. Then we go back to the E minor and play. Okay? Just that, it's a shortened version of what we started out with. So it's... And all we're doing there is playing 6, 3, 4, 1, 6, 4. So... Alright. Now we come into perhaps the most difficult little section. This is the B7 section, which transitions back to the E minor. So let me play it for you and then I'll explain it to you. Sounds like this. Alright, one more time. So we're starting out by fretting the top half of a B7. We actually don't need the little finger on the first string for this because we're not playing that far down. And we play 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, and then the little finger comes up onto the 3rd fret, 6th string, plays that note, and then open. Now at this stage we need to get our fingers into an E minor shape, which means just doing that essentially, not too difficult, right? And we play the 4, now we're fretting the E minor, and then we play this on the 5th string, open, hammer on 2nd fret, and then 3rd string, and and then open sixth. That's all that's happening with the additional notes, okay? So that's what you'd be looking to do. And even though they're very simple and it's just a few notes that are added, it's still quite a tricky thing to do, because we're not just playing the alternating bass, we're now trying to add a few little notes in around that bass, and that's when the finger picking really starts to come to life. So really do be patient with yourself with this. Although on the face of it, it looks simple, it may take a little bit of time to get it down, okay? And that's just perfectly normal, so there's nothing unusual about that. So let me now play the instrumental section in its entirety, very slowly, so you'll have something to work with along with the tabs, yeah? Okay, so just try and have some fun with this one, even if it means you just playing the bass notes for a considerable amount of time and talking your way through the song. Like I say, that's an achievement in itself, and if those additional notes just take a lot of practice, that's fine. There's no rush, right? Just try and enjoy it as best you can. So as I say, I've included the tabs down below, and please do share your feedback. It's always great to hear what you think of the lessons and things. And I look forward to seeing you soon with another lesson. And in the meantime, you all take care.